How are you? Genuinely asking. And I'm not looking for I'm fine or I'm hanging in there. I mean, really, how are you doing? I've heard that we shouldn't ask questions that we're not comfortable answering ourselves, so I'll go first. I'm doing well. Sometimes okay, sometimes great. Sometimes falling and stumbling and then trying to get back up, like the rest of us. And sometimes running too fast or flying amongst the clouds, feeling higher than I ever dreamt possible. And sometimes drowning and feeling insurmountable pressure, just trying to find a life jacket and hold on to it. Again, like the rest of us. In short, we all are going through life. We all are making our lives. And some of us do it pessimistically, some of us do it optimistically, and some of us like to call ourselves a realistic person. But one thing we all share is that we learn. We learn at every chance we can get. The reason we learn is different for each of us. More on that later. But one thing I did notice is that for the most part, we all learn alone. Not because of different pace of adaptations, but primarily because we are focused on ourselves. At least I am. I have been. And we haven't survived through the tests of time because of our smartness or looks. In fact, most animals don't consider our looks to be that great due to lack of fur, that being the oddball out. And there have been species with greater cranium capacity to body ratio than us, so that's not it either. We have survived for so long because we have worked in packs. We worked in groups. Unity, time and time again, has always been our strength. And yet, how many people can we truly rely on? Truly, from the bottom of our hearts. With our lives, with our physical self, with our financial wealth, with our mental peace. How many people do we trust to take care of our loved ones? How many people do we trust with our growth and to guide us? 7 billion people. We should not be alone. We should not feel alone. One person can't do much, and our goal here is not to create a massive rally or cult-like following, nor to create any movements. There have been way too many of them recently. No. And none of us can magically connect all 7 billion people from each other's hearts so that we don't feel alone. We are here so that just one less person feels alone. If we can help just one person in any small way, we would have done our part. And we can only help each other, in a true sense of the word, if we connect with each other. We need to create a trusting environment and build faith in one another. What we seek, what we must seek, is one friend, a real bond, a bond of trust, strength, unity, care, a bond that can help us grow, a bond that can be relied upon, a bond that seems impossible to be created these days. So the first question is, how do we go about creating such a bond? And let's think together for a bit on this. How do we go about helping each other through this platform? What can we do differently? What things of the current systems are working and what things need to be scraped off? And oh, by the way, I do want to make one thing clear, which is this will be a conversation. It won't be a one-way thing. I genuinely seek your responses, your thoughts, your ideas. So please let me know. What do you wish we do differently than the rest? And what do you feel will help us in creating something that can be relied upon? Let us think on it for a bit. Well, here's one thought that came to my mind. Isn't it funny that we talk the least about the things that we think about the most? Think about that for a bit. How many genuine conversations have we had with someone? How often? Did we come to a conclusion? Is there a specific habit that we latch onto? And so here's what I will propose. Let's discuss the uncomfortable, the things that are always on our minds. Let's openly talk about the issues, the solutions, the ideas that are tabooed or written off as law of the land. Let's open them up. Let's peek into them. From sciences to politics, from religion to technology, from love to wisdom. Let's discuss it all, one step at a time. The goal isn't to discover something new. Neither one of us have any special gem of a knowledge that already isn't written in thousands of books and scriptures and podcasts and literature. Again, the goal here is we simply learn and try to grow together. I sincerely want you to know that from this day onwards, we are not alone. We will try to help each other in any way we can, whether it is any piece of information or sometimes just being an ear. No judgments, no discrimination. We truly couldn't care less of someone's gender or where they're born or their age. It's our mentality and thoughts which transform into actions that truly define us. And so anything we can help with, let's share it amongst ourselves. And because we're not here to look at all of that, it means that this platform, this medium, this conversation is open to all. People of all shapes and sizes, walking different paths of lives. Life can give the most unique and rare idea to any brain in the world. We must remember that. This is the very first conversation of many, many that we will have, and I hope you are as excited about this journey as I am. I truly hope to learn a lot from you, and if I am lucky, I will be able to say a thing or two that are able to help you, to uplift you, to grow you, to restore faith. I do have a path in mind for our ride, for the fantastic, adventurous, beautiful journey ahead. But please let me know if you wish to make a detour, to take a pause, to take a stop, to admire and explore and discover a topic of your own choice. Full disclosure, this channel does not belong to one human being. It belongs to whoever stumbles upon it. We are all creators, not exactly content creators, but knowledge creators. The goal here is not for one person to create, but for all of us to collaborate. I will be trying my very best to go through each comment, email, text, or reply and try my best to answer and or include it in our next discussion so it helps us all. We must keep reminding ourselves that We don't seek fame or money or followers or any of that. We are nobodies, and we must be at peace staying that way. A line from one of my favorite writers come to mind when discussing this. It is not the number of followers that determines one's success, but the quality of one's conviction. And to truly convey this message and live by it, to ingrain it in our conversation, I personally won't be advertising our channel on any platform. Instead, I'd rather use those financial means to do a giveaway. I plan to ask a couple of questions on a routinely basis and randomly select a winner. I'd rather give back, whether it's knowledge or, again, any financial assistance as I can. This also means no fancy thumbnails, no catchy titles that are meant to hook us by catering to our short-term desires. Let us not busy ourselves trying to figure out algorithms of different platforms that are ever changing. Instead, let us simply be effortlessly genuine with each other. Let us save all of our energy for the actual growth and enjoy this journey in its every step. As we come to an end to our initial discussion, the very first, I want to thank you. Thank you so much for investing your precious time with us. Since our goal is to learn at least one new thing and help at the bare minimum one person per encounter, I will leave our conversation with a quote. There is always a chance that we fail at something we don't like. So we might as well try something we love. I look forward to connecting with you in our next conversation. And one of the first things that I believe we should lay a firm foundation on is discuss how best we learn. What makes someone a great learner, so that we all position ourselves to learn as much as we can from each other. I would leave you with just that thought, and that is, how best do we become great learners? Until next time.